Well, it's a great pleasure and an honour to welcome you to the first Childline virtual ball, which has many advantages over the traditional kind. I mean, you don't have to wear uncomfortable evening dress. You don't have to wear shoes that look good but hurt like hell. You don't have to argue with anyone about the seating plan. You don't have to worry about the dietary requirements because we're at your place, which is absolutely delightful. And may I say how much I enjoy your wallpaper and how terrific your floral display is. And I'm delighted to be surrounded by, well, nobody at the moment, but that helps because I'm really bad at small talk, and therefore, and you're going to be less critical than some of my table companions have been in the past. This is in aid of Childline, and we are really grateful to you for joining us because you've given us donations. We've suggested £40, which I think is cheap when you look at the delicious food you're going to provide and the fantastic entertainment we're actually going to enjoy, because I'm just the introduction to a video of extraordinary delights, which our MC is going to unravel in front of you. And it really, my job is to thank the committee for doing nothing. No, I think they have done quite a lot. I think they've arranged the entertainment, but they haven't had the normal worries about, I suppose, sorting out tables and tickets and arguing with each other. Most ball committees, in my experience, are not on speaking terms by the time the actual date arrives, but then it's all such a huge success that they congratulate themselves and each other, and they pledge to do it again next year, which I'm hoping this wonderful committee, who have not had any kind of arguments at all, because they haven't done much. Well, they've done a lot, but they haven't had to sort out the floor arrangements. And do you know, I once spoke at a function when, even before I spoke, people walked out because they didn't approve of the table plan. That was something of a record. Anyway, I hope none of you are walking out, because I want to tell you how much we appreciate what you've given us, because it makes such a difference. This has been a very, very tough year for all of us, but especially for children and young people, because for many of them, of course, school is a safe haven, and the homes they live in are not safe places. There may be violence, there may be addiction, there may be abuse, there may be neglect. So for them, school is normally a place where they feel safe. And of course, for many of them, for month after month, they've been imprisoned in the homes that have caused them so much suffering. And I have been into the Childline bases, and I have seen messages from young people who say all they want to do is run away. Our volunteer counsellors have had to reassure them when it's appropriate, comfort them when it's appropriate, find help for them and safe places for them when it's appropriate. So very, very tough times. And in some ways we've struggled to meet the demand because more children have been in touch with us, and we've had fewer counsellors because some of our counsellors have had to shield, have had to self-isolate. But it's extraordinary how the counsellors who have come into our bases have donated even more time. I was talking to a volunteer counsellor who donates 4 shifts a week, when really we normally only ask for 1, but she knew how desperate it was for us to be there for the children. So I wish the children could be here to thank you. You'll have to put up with me instead to say how much we appreciate your work, your help, your commitment, and the fact that you care so much about children. You've enabled us to be there for them. So have a lovely evening. Enjoy yourselves. You won't have to show your skills as I once had to in the rumba and the tango. I remember Craig Revel-Horwood saying, of course, I was a disaster, darling. So you, I'm sure, are far more gifted than me. I think we are going to have a wonderful dance demonstration as part of the evening. I think we're going to have some beautiful music. I'm sure we're going to have some jokes. We might even have some magic. So thank you. Thank you for joining us. Thank you to the committee for making this happen. Thank you to everyone in the NSPCC and Childline for making sure that the service has been there in this difficult year. And thank you to all the children who've trusted us by contacting Childline, and relying upon us as they have the last 33 years. Have a lovely evening. And now I might get out of my rather peculiar evening dress and wish you a very happy time. With love, from Esther.
My name is Michael King, and I'm here as your host to welcome you to this wonderful online event. First of all, I'd like to thank Dame Esther Ranson for those inspirational words and a wonderful address. Thank you, Dame Esther. We're here tonight taking part in the first virtual NSPCC ball of its kind. You're going to have a super evening. Many of the people you see tonight are household names. It's also true of me, but only in my own household, unfortunately. My role this evening is to introduce the guests and acts coming to you this evening, and if you haven't done so already, do take a chance to give to our Just Giving page, and the details for that will be coming up on screen during the evening. I'm absolutely delighted to hand over to the wonderful musical talent of Beth Orton.
Hi, my name's Beth Orton, and I'm honoured to be here to sing some songs for you today. Thank you to the NSPCC for asking me. This song is called Safe in Your Arms. Home is where the heartbreak wraps cold around my bones. Forgives me if I promise to forget what I have known. Ignores and never mentions what just came hard saying. The star is tied together with broken bits of string. Time moves so short, arms rings around the trees. Silence whispers in the wind against the leaves. safe in your arms. And so I was thinking of songs that are possibly relevant, but then again, you don't want to be too literal. But thinking about ways of people who've protected me in my life and been there for me, and one of those people is Terry Callier. And I wrote the song Passing Time, and then I played it to Terry, and he ended up singing on the song with me. And I think finding people like that in your life, people who support you and kind of, you know, in that way, it can be very rare, and it's extraordinarily special. And so I still hear Terry whenever I sing this, even though he's not with us anymore. But I think I feel like the NSPCC is there trying to, and being that role in a lot of children's lives, being a support and a place of safety, really, and that's extraordinarily important. So anyway, this is called Passing Time, and I'm kind of want to dedicate that to you and to all that you do. Thank you.
That was the absolutely amazing, award-winning Beth Orton. Wonderful music, and we will be hearing more from Beth later on, I'm delighted to say. Meanwhile, we have three wonderful young gentlemen who've come to join us today. They've not been rehearsed, they don't know what they're going to do, but I do know your names, and you are Zan, and you are Val, and you are Paddy. Is that right? Fantastic. Boys, we're going to do a little bit of magic, and we're going to do a little bit of rope magic. To start with, we have three pieces. Now, inside here is where I keep my playing cards and all the things we might need to use, and we're going to use these for our first trick. Now, these are pieces of rope, pieces of string, and because lots of people are watching from home, I want you to examine these. Would you examine that one? That would be wonderful. And would you examine the very tall one, because you're the tallest of the three? And would you examine that one? Now, we've got three pieces. You've examined them. You're happy with them. There's no rhinoceros or elephants or trapdoors. That's important. Now, guys, watch very carefully. If we put all the tops up the top, okay, and you can see all the middles and all the ends down there, this is where the magic happens. Small end, middle end, and finally the long end. And I want you all to say NSPCC.
NSPCC.
Well, you see, it's a magical organisation, and those words help the magic happen, you see. Look at that. And they all become very, very similar in size. The small one's bigger, the big one's smaller, and the middle one stays as it is. Now, if you don't believe me, I'm going to take you back in time and show you again. Watch. We have the smallest one there. Have another look at that one. We have the middle one there. We have the long one there. Now, just to make it slightly more magical, I'm going to try, with your help, to join these together, okay? So here we go. Are you watching very carefully? 1, 2, 3. Now watch. If we just untangle them a little bit, all the tops are up the top. That's important, boys, if you're doing this at home. Small end first, middle end second, and finally, really important, the last end goes up there, okay? What was that magic? NSPCC. Would you say it out loud again? 1, 2, 3.
NSPCC.
Wonderful. Can you see that? They're all the same length now. Can you see? Isn't that? You don't believe me. Look, they really are. We've got 1, 2, 3, all the same length. Now, Zach, would you hold on to that one? And can I ask you to hold on to that one, Val? And Paddy, would you hold on to that one? We're going to make it slightly more interesting this time. We're going to join those two like that. We're going to take one end from you and join you up to Zan there. We're going to join that one up to there. And this is really, really important. You have to ask folks at home if you're going to use scissors, because scissors are quite sharp, okay? And I'm going to tidy that one up by taking a piece off there from the knot. And that's a souvenir. You can pop those in your pocket. All right, they have been sanitized, and so have I. Okay, and we're going to take that bit there and that bit there, and you can put those in the other pocket. Only tell someone before you put your trousers in the washing machine. Now, this is important. We've got how many knots altogether? 2 is the right answer. Well done. Let go of the ends and watch very, very carefully. We've got 2 knots there, nothing else there, just those 2, okay? Could you hold out one hand? Could you hold that one really tight, really tight? Could you hold the other one really tight, just about there? That one there? That's good. Hold on to that one. We'll come closer to you. There we go. Watch. That one's going to go invisible. You can open your hand up. No, really, it has gone completely invisible like so. And I want you to blow towards that one. Just a gentle blow. Yes, I think it's all the sweets you've been eating. Look, and that one comes off, you see, and becomes a little souvenir. And we've got 1 piece of string. Now, just in case we need to use it again, I carry 1 invisible knot. Stand back a little bit, just so we can see. We take the invisible one and we throw it on so it appears on there. And not only that, it's real. We can untie it. We can take it away with us. And I think you should take a little bow to the camera. Thank you for helping, boys. Well done. And now, without further ado, I'd like to invite you to join me in welcoming our next artist, who is the wonderful Andrea Corr, and her song, Nothing's Gonna Change My World.
Hi, I'm Andrea Corr. I just want to thank you for supporting the NSPCC. The children have never needed your help more, so thank you so much for continuing to be so generous. Here's a song. Yay! Words are flowing out like endless rain into a paper cup. They slither as they pass, they slip away across the universe. Pools of sour, waves of joy are drifting through my opening mind, possessing and caressing me. Jackaroo, Deva, oh. Nothing's gonna change my world. Nothing's gonna change my world. Images of broken light which dance before me like a million eyes. They call me on and on across the universe. Thoughts meander like a restless wind into a letterbox. They tumble blindly as they make their way across the universe. Jaigaroo Deva, oh. Nothing's gonna change my world. 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 Yay.
Thank you, Andrew. Delight to hear from you. And now we have something from Learn to Dance, a studio from Burnham Beeches. And Anthony and his daughter Imogen are going to talk us through the Charleston.
Hi, I'm Anthony.
And I'm Imogen.
And we're from Learn to Dance in Burnham in the UK.
And today we're going to show you Charleston.
Okay. Now, our first move in our Charleston, our twist. Okay, what we're going to do, we're going to swivel the feet one way, then the other way. And swivel, and swivel, and swivel, and swivel. At the same time, place the hand on the hip, other hand out, jazz hands, ta-da! And then turn the other way, ta-da! And a 1, and a 2, and a 1, and a 2. Okay? We'll show you this direction. So, we stand facing hip. Feet apart, at least hip width apart, not a bit wider. And we're going to swivel. And swivel, and swivel, and swivel. Hand out, and hand, and hand, and hand. Da-da, 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 da-da. Okay? Okay, we're going to try it to music, and when the hands go out, you can either jazz hand shake or just put the hands out. So if you want to just put the hands out and not shake, that's fine. If you want to shake the hands, you can shake the hands. And we start off a little bend in the knees. You ready? 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6, 7, and a swivel, 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 swivel. Then hands out, 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 out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. One more time. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
So the next move we're going to show you is a peck.
And how does our pecking go, Amy?
So all you need to do is put your arms like this, and then go like this. And you need to flap your wings at the same time when you do this.
So, what we're going to do, okay, so turn this way. Everyone place your hands on your back here. Okay, we've got our wings. We're going to look this way and put the toe out. We've got our head pecking. And then peck and wings, peck and wings. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? So we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, and then turn the other way. 5, 6, 7, 8. Turn this way again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Or your interpretation of that movement. Okay, we're going to put that all together. So again, we're going to have our knee bends first of all. You can either have the knees together, the hands on either side, you can have the knees out and just move side to side, it's up to you. So we have our 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, our twists. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and our peck in. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6, 7, 8, and then back to bending the knees for the moment. Okay? So, let's try out some music. So 5, 6, 7, twists. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, peck in. 1, 2, 3, 4, turn. 5, 6, 7, knees. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, twisted. Out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, peck in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, bouncing, bounce, 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 5, 6, 7, twisting, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, pecking, peck, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6, 7, 8. And then
So now we're going to show you our Charleston basic.
okay, so what we're going to do, everyone put left foot out. We're going to step forward with that left foot, step. You're going to point your right foot forward, point. Then step back right foot, step, and we point our left foot back, point. And repeat, left, point right, right, point left, left, point right, right, point left. Okay, now, what we can do, okay, ideally, is to step in between, but especially if the kids find it easier to close, after we did our salsa recently, you can close the feet as well, but if we can, try and take a step. Okay, so let's put it all together. We have our 4 moves. We'll start off with our bending the knees, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, our twists, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, our pecking, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Put your weight on that foot and you're going to go forward left for the basic. Forward, point forward, back, point back, forward, point forward, back, point back. And then we'll go back to our bouncing from there to start again. Now with those twists, what you can do to make sure we're going all the same way, your nose, those and your toes all point the same direction. Okay, so whether you jazz hand in or hold the hand out, it's up to you. We turn nose, toes, those. Okay, and to the left, to the right, to the left, to the right.
So now we're going to try that to some music.
So 5, 6, 7, twist to the left, right, left, right, left, right, left. Our pecking, peck to the left, 3, 4, peck to the right, 3, 4, then forward, point forward, back, point back, forward, point forward, back to the bouncing, bounce, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, twists, out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, peck, 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 the basic, forward, point, back, point, forward, point, back, point.
We hope you enjoyed our kids class and remember to dance!
So congratulations to Imogen and Auntie. That was a marvellous, mesmerising performance as they gave us whirligigs around the dance floor, and they were absolutely wonderful. So thank you very much. Now, we're going to do a card trick with my 3 young apprentices, and you're Val, is that right?
Yeah.
Val, as I flick through the mixed up, we've got a mixed up deck of cards. That's important that they're all mixed up. As we flick through there, I want you to say stop anytime you like.
Stop.
That's good. Okay? Don't let me see it. Have a look at it. All right? And take the pen from Paddy, and if you could just write your initial on the face of the card, whatever your card is, on the face of the card, just write V will be fine. Is that all right?
Okay.
Brilliant. And then hold the card face down because I'm not allowed to see it. That's really important. Okay? You happy with that? Okay. Take the rest of the pack. And if you could pop your card in there, and we'll take the pen away. That's fantastic. Thank you very much. Just pop your card anywhere you like. In the middle, we don't care, do we? That's it. Just pop it in there. And if you want, you can give him a little mix about. He's very good at mixing cards, I understand. We give him a little mix about there. Isn't it? Well, I think he's doing very well. Okay? That's brilliant. I think you're doing really well. That's it. Just slot them in together. Okay? And we're going to do a little bit of magic with your card, I hope. Wow, it's in there somewhere, isn't it? Okay? Now, what I'm going to do is ask you to do me a huge favour, Zan. On the table, under a glass, there is a box. Will you lift the glass up and just put it to one side? That's brilliant. And take the box. We don't need the glass now. It was there just to isolate that. If you take the box, just turn towards the camera. Just hold the box there for a moment. Now, your card is somewhere you mixed it into the pack. Behind my back, I'm going to try and find the card. I want you to count down from 10 to 0 to see how quickly I can do it.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
That's amazing, because already I found the card. I have a feeling it was a black card. And here it is. I think was that your card? Oh dear. No. That doesn't look like it's a signed card, does it? No. Let's have another go. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. No, we found it already. Was that your card?
No.
It wasn't. Oh dearie, dearie me. What I want you to do very carefully is take the elastic bands off the box. Okay, very carefully, and don't spill the contents because I'm not sure what's in there. Right? Can you lift the top off the box? Brilliant. And I don't know if we can show the camera. There's a card folded up inside the box. Can you see that, guys? If we take that card out, could you just open it up and show the camera? Is that your signed card?
Yes.
I think you should get a big round of applause from me for doing that. Well done, guys. Thank you very much. And do feel free to share your photos on social media and go to #NSPCC Surprise Ball. And now I'd like to welcome back Beth and Sam Amidon with Call Me the Breeze.
2, 2. Call me the sea, call me the stream, call me the sky, call me the leaves. Hear my call, la 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 la. Call me the fire, call me the air, call me the grass, the silence of the hair. Hear my call, la 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 la. Call me the birds, call me the bar, call me the stone, call me
was a beautiful, lively song from Beth and Sam. Thank you for that. Now, I'm very pleased to say that Lauren and Zach are going to whirl us around the dance floor with a samba. Thank you, Lauren and Zach. That was lovely. And now we're going to have an address from Susie Daubney, who is a childline counsellor and is going to talk to you about her volunteer work with the organisation.
My name is Susie Daubney, and I'm a volunteer counsellor in our London base, which I've been doing for over 7 years now. It's a total privilege to be asked to be part of this fundraiser and giving a little insight into life as a childline counsellor through lockdown, with us still being there for children and young people through such unprecedented times. We were someone to talk to, someone to listen, someone to show empathy, offering support, and obviously everything has been so withdrawn, all the different services and things that you can often suggest. You couldn't suggest they, found their favourite teacher or a trusted adult, or even go and talk to the school nurse. Basically, the children, the invisible are vulnerable. We were really just trying to make them feel valued, trying to support them, and try and find some sort of positive change for them. We signposted to websites, as we often would do, but obviously with COVID-19, a lot of these, people just weren't there. The counsellors weren't there, CAMs weren't there, and they were struggling. Being at home 24/7 has created new stresses and an increase in anxiety, mental health, domestic violence, struggling with suicidal thoughts. Bullying, of course, in schools then was taken away. You still have online bullying, so that was something. And I think going back now must be very interesting, good for some and not for others. But, some of them are actually getting a meal again, and perhaps, things will be noticed that goodness knows what's been going on for the last few months. We just give them lots of praise and space and go at their own pace. So nothing's different from how we've counselled. We believe you. I can hear how hard this is for you. How can we help you keep safe today? And often just listening to them crying and just being there. Talking coping-isms, which again is what we would often do, but again practical within the home, breathing, mindfulness, yoga, listen to your favourite music, maybe sort of setting up a mini gym with tins of beans. And I remember one child was getting so excited because she couldn't do her gymnastics, and she was going into the kitchen cupboards looking at things, and I've got some bags of rice, and I was thinking, that's not a good weight. But just she then had a purpose, and she could do her exercises and just do something positive, really. Online schooling, as we've all read, has been tough. A lot of kids have struggled with motivation. Schoolwork suffered. Cramped homes with no support. Parents arguing. You're struggling with an eating disorder and then you're at home the whole time. But to have been part of this lifeline for young people across the country who are lonely, frightened, trapped in dangerous situations has been quite extraordinary. We've been keeping children safe from abuse and neglect now, and obviously continue to do so with difficult times ahead. We've been told of broken, difficult situations that they're dealing with, and we try to offer realistic help, but even just trying to get to see a GP is, it's just really tough. So we're here, we're someone for them to talk to. With the different lockdown rules across the country, we also had to be quite mindful of not suggesting perhaps they could go and meet a friend when actually at that part of the country they couldn't. But home was too toxic, and a walk or go and see an aunt who lived down the road would have actually helped. But I guess with online, at least a lot of them been able to actually keep in touch with their friends, and thank goodness for technology. It's a real positive. I feel comfortable here is exactly how we want our young people to find us, and it's so wonderful to be able to offer this childline service, especially right through lockdown, through crisis, and what we're now talking about is hopefully the recovery. I am beyond grateful to you all for being part of this fundraiser, and thank you so much for your donations so you can really make a difference and help us be there for children and young people. Thank you.
Susie, thank you for those emotive words. I think they ring a bell with all of us. Now we're going to move on to a final and moving song again from Beth Orton.
I really am truly so honoured to be asked to be part of this today, so really appreciate it. Thank you. And this is a song by the 5 Steps, and it's called Ooh Child. Things are gonna get easier. Someday we'll get it together, we'll get it undone. Someday when the world is much brighter. Thank you so much. Cheers. Thanks.
And of course, we'll be in touch to let you know how much we've raised for the charity once all the donations have been collated. Meanwhile, I have 3 young helpers who are very eager to take part in a last little piece of magic. And you are Zan, and you're really the main part of this trick, but 2 very important helpers as well, okay? So what I'm going to give your 2 helpers to hold on to is one of these, okay? All right? This used to be a 24-carat trick, but times are hard. Now, we're going to use a blade. Now, blades are very sharp. You've got to be really, really careful, because if you do that, hold on to that for me, that's brilliant. The blade comes off better than the carrot does. Do you see what I mean? That's brilliant. Now, Zan, this is really important. We're going to get you to go in here, and we're going to get one of those to go that side of you, and one of those to go that side of you. So it's dangerous. Don't try this at home, even if you've got a guillotine at home. But it's also quite healthy, because we're going to use meat and 2 veg. All right? So, Zan, really importantly, I'd like you to rest your neck on there. That's fantastic. And do you know what? I think, Zan, that's going to be an absolutely perfect fit. Isn't he brave?
Yes.
Okay. And, Zan, what I'd like you to do is put your hands down there. And, boys, could you kneel either side of him? One kneeling there, one kneeling here. That's fantastic. Because we've got some elastoplast, just in case there are other brands available, just in case something goes wrong. Could you sit this side and face inwards? And could you do the same for me, Val? Would that be all right? And I want each of you to put one hand on the basket. No, just one hand. That's it. Brilliant. Hold the basket in place because we don't want to lose this head because he's still got his exams to do, all right? Now, we have here a blade. We have Sam, we have you two, and we're going to pop the blade on here. And we're going to go 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right? You okay? Keep your hands on your knees, Sam. Okay? Here we go. Ready? Oh! Are you okay? It feels a bit loose at the moment, doesn't it? I'll tell you what we'll do. There's a little bit of bone we've got to get through. We're going to come all the way up like that. That's fantastic. You didn't feel a thing. Was that all right, Tan? You did fantastically. Thank you very much indeed.
Can you do my neck?
Boys, you were brilliant. You guys have been absolutely brilliant volunteers today, and I know I'm wearing gloves to keep us nice and safe, and this little bowl was sanitized to bring all the cards and things with us today, so we're going to re-sanitize it. Watch very carefully, all right? Watch carefully. Whoa, look at that. Now, just in case it's still a bit warm, we'll put the lid on. Okay, just say NSPCC.
NSPCC.
Do you know what? You've worked so hard. We're going to give you a little something to take away with you. Thank you very much, boys, and have a lovely time this evening. Thank you very much. So it remains for me to say thank you so much for everyone who's taken part tonight, and most of all to you, because without your continued donations to NSPCC Childline, we wouldn't have an evening like tonight. It's been a wonderful ball. Thank you for joining us.